Discrimination is the power to make distinctions, perceptions, and acute understandings, while the inability to discriminate is a hallmark of mental illness. Zeb's fearless cousin, Barry Funkbutter, however, may have gone overboard in his defending against these intolerant, merciless criticisms and ridicule. Red hair is the rarest natural color in humans and is caused by a relatively rare recessive gene leading to higher levels of the reddish pigment pheomelanin. Barry orates, "So why am I sticking my hand in this hornet's nest of omniscience? Because I have witnessed this form of prejudice firsthand over many years, and yes, redheads often are targets of bullies. A person who has hate in their heart will find any excuse to denigrate another for whatever reason." With the outgrowth of black power and brown pride, Barry claims he is now a part of the red race. Obviously not meaning Native American Indians, Barry is referring to the 2% of the U.S. population with red hair. Blacks represent 11%, while Hispanics make up 8%. But who were these supposed prejudiced folk? Were they brownheads, blackheads, or yellowheads with delusions of redness? Doubtful. Barry had no particular fondness for red hair one way or the other, and wondered why others did. After all, most animals have a wide range of hair or fur colorings. Cats, dogs, birds, horses, cows, etc., leading a semi-intelligent person to conclude its normality. Adolf Hitler banned the marriage of redheads in order to prevent deviant offspring, and Charles Dickens was none too kind to redheads or those with freckles, often portraying them as treacherous characters. There was also a brief movement in the upper Midwest states back in 1916. However, the Redhead League of America never gained much traction. It is easy to see why little empathy was conjured for this group, because many important people were redheads. Napoleon Bonaparte, Christopher Columbus, Winston Churchill, Vladimir Lenin, George Washington, Thomas Jefferson, Andrew Jackson, Martin Van Buren, and Malcolm X. The arts are also strongly represented. Ezra Pound, Emily Dickinson, Mark Twain, James Joyce, plus Antonio Vivaldi and Vincent van Gogh. The father of modern science, Galileo, was also a redhead. In all fairness, it should also be noted that Manson family member Lynette Squeaky Fromm was a redhead, as was hatchet murderer Lizzie Borden. Barry did indeed go overboard with his red race shtick when virtually everything he was involved with involved the color red. He would only eat red apples. His favorite planet became Mars, the red planet. When he'd go Jack in the Box, Barry now switched from vanilla shakes to strawberry shakes. And when McDonald's moved in, he started going there instead due to the ruby-haired Ronald McDonald clown. He repainted his mini bike candy apple red and would no longer spread grape jelly, only raspberry or strawberry. It was all actually quite funny, but the eccentricity did not end there. Barry's preferred rock band was suddenly the Strawberry Alarm Clock, and he'd scurry down Kmart, that shitty store that's out of business now, to buy these 45 records, and his chick Fiona got a little jiggy listening to these tunes by Red Rubber Ball by Circle, Snoopy versus the Red Baron by the Royal Guardsmen, Crimson and Clover by Tommy James and the Shondells, and Hey There, Little Red Riding Hood by Sam the Sham and the Pharaohs. Barry would listen to one and only one Christmas carol, Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer, and also closely followed the show business careers of Lucille Ball and Red Skelton. It wasn't easy being part of the red race. With a heritage consisting of 25% Scottish, 25% Irish, and 50% Czech, the stature in his community was that of a mutt, and the attacks were relentless. Barry relayed to me the time he asked his best friend, Lou Natick, to prepare him for his first day of junior high school. So Lou punched him in the face and took his lunch money. Schoolmates can be cruel, and when Barry was asked, "What do redheads miss most about a great party?" they laughingly said, "The invitation." Barry also overheard two kids complaining that if Monday were a person, it would be a redhead. Though we may dismiss peer pressure as a teen-era phenomenon, some decide to fight back. Barry printed up a bunch of stickers in his print shop class that all had "Long live the red race" in small print on the bottom of each sticker. Here are the 4 bumper stickers that he could remember. "You laugh because I'm different. I laugh because you're all the same. When you open a can of whoop-ass, a redhead jumps out. Redheads put the laughter in manslaughter. You're just jealous because my hair color can be seen in rainbows and yours can only be found in dirt and dog shit." I applaud Barry's attempt, but it was no match for the wrath, scorn, and constant disdain of his race. Take a gander at these less than affectionate names unleashed upon the downtrodden 2%. The red race. Funkbutter summarizes. "You better not be laughing or I'll rip your tongue out with a plastic fork." Huh? I heard some chuckles. That does it. I'm moving on. I'm leaving my race and joining the Nuka Gay Whale for Jesus race. Or maybe just Scientology. After all, L. Ron Hubbard was a redhead.
Check the mic and make sure it sound right, boys.
Thanks a bunch, gang. And since silent gratitude isn't much use to anyone, the Funkbutter Mind Shifting Factory is giving you, our valued viewer, a standing ovation.